Hello, 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 whoever is watching. Hello, how's everyone doing? We're going to be doing something a little different today. We are going to be doing a Am I the Arsehole reading, because, well, we're going to be reading a few of them and discussing whether we think that they are the arsehole or not. And I'm not here on my own. I have, someone that... Oh, hold up. One second. Okay, someone that you guys might remember. Say hi, Toes.
Hi, Toes.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
Yes, and maybe later we might have Box joining us as well, which will be fun. Both of us have a few different Am I the Arseholes, and we are going to be sort of switching back and forth between the two. And yeah, reading them and discussing whether we think the person is an arsehole or not. And maybe looking at comments of that if, if it comes to it. If we want a bit more, bit
more context, bit more.
See if other people agree with us or whether we are wrong. Although, we'll see how often we might think we're wrong compared to the comments. I've got a couple which it seems like everyone has said they are the arsehole, but I really don't think so. And I think Toes just has a bunch of funny ones.
I got some good ones.
You got some good ones.
I've got some good. Why do you like to think they're good?
We will see. We'll see if they're good. We'll see if mine are good. Who knows? It's all up in the air. We'll see how it goes. But yeah. So, which one of us wants to start first?
Don't mind. I have one ready, but if you wanna.
I have one ready as well. Should we flip a coin?
Yeah. Let's flip a coin. I'll call heads.
Call heads?
And then head. Okay, this is gonna sound really dumb. But in my head, I was like, no, why would I pick heads? I also have to pick toes. Then I just had the realization that that's not what the other side
heads or toes, toes. Heads or toes.
Go toes. I realized I was 40. I was like,
it's
no,
toes. I love the fact I am showing it to the camera and you can't see the camera right now.
It's going to be very delayed, but that's fine.
That's now toes, though. It's going to be heads and toes from now on. So Toes has his on his phone, so he will be reading off his phone. He is not being rude.
I'm just texting. Cool.
Just playing Subway Surfers.
Yeah. That's what you should have done. You should have half the screen be Subway Surfers. Let it go full TikTok.
Just go full TikTok, yeah.
Okay. Am I the asshole for taking a shit when my girlfriend was in terror?
In what?
In terror.
In terror. So, just from the title, probably.
See, I kind of disagree.
Yeah?
Well, I don't know. It's a little bit. Yeah.
I mean, just.
Here we go.
I guess it depends. Yeah,
this
maybe.
Sounds ridiculous, and I can't believe I'm posting this. But my girlfriend is sincerely mad and is making me out to be an asshole. So I went to bed last night with a sore stomach. Without going into too much detail, I've been constipated for a while now. When I woke up, nature finally called, and she wasn't ready to be.
That?
I know. Nature finally called, and she wasn't ready to be put on hold. And I got up and was on my way to the bathroom when I heard my girlfriend screaming from the living room. I quickly ran there to see what was going on, just to find out it was two fucking spiders. They were sort of big, keeping to themselves by the TV stand. I told her to calm down and I would deal with them after I'm done, then walked back to the bathroom to do the deed. Right in the middle of taking a shit, my girlfriend knocks repeatedly on the bathroom door, now literally crying about how they've moved closer to the couch. I get she was scared, but the shit was literally halfway out, so I told her to just lock herself in the bedroom until I'm done. And after it was done, roughly 15 minutes, I came out, relocated the spiders outside onto the balcony, then went to count my girlfriend. Problem is, she wasn't in the room. Pretty much looked everywhere for her until I finally called her and she answered. Really angry. What's that? Yeah, sorry, screenshot.
That's fair.
Yeah. She answered, really angrily talking about how shitty and useless I am. Turns out she packed a bag and left to stay with her parents. WTF. She literally had to walk past these dangerous spiders to get to the door. I apologise though, but she's still not having it, and even though her mother has chipped in to say about how pathetic a boyfriend I am, I feel like this is an overreaction, but am I the asshole?
Okay, first off, no, not the arsehole. What the fuck? I mean, to be fair, I'm not scared of spiders. I think spiders are kind of cool. But
I'm not scared of spiders.
I kind of do understand being that scared of spiders that, you know, you can't deal with them. That even, like, I've known people who have spotted spiders, gone to get someone, and then can't find the spiders, and they will never go in that room until a spider is found in that room.
Oh, God.
Yeah. But, yeah, no, at that point, like, yeah, just lock yourself in the bedroom.
Yeah,
You know?
like I said, I'm also someone who doesn't. Like my only favorite really is needles, and that's something I can like very easily avoid, for the most part. But you know, if I need to, so I can, I guess, personally, I can fully imagine that. Like,
Oops, sorry.
I don't know. I feel like you said, I know there are people who do get so scared they can't do certain things, and like you said, to cower and can't go in the room.
I mean, I'm like that with wasps. If there's a wasp in a room, I will not go in there. But I will not. I will knock on a door, like a bathroom door, and just say, "There is a wasp in my room. Could you get rid of it when you're done?" And then you lock the door of the room that thing is in, and go hide in another room.
Yeah. I don't know. It's one of the, I get if they were fully trapped by the person, by the wasp or something, or like the spiders, and that you couldn't leave. But like it sounded like very much they could just go and like escape it. And the person had like
just the fact that he added at the end, in order to leave the apartment, they had to walk past the spiders. The spiders that they were so scared of that they just couldn't wait for their partner to not.
Exactly. I just
like
I
what?
get as well. I can get in the moment. It can be annoying because obviously it took a 15-minute shit, but also like for like if it's like I don't know. In my head, I'm like they've said that they've been like you know.
Yeah.
You know they've been having issues anyway with that. So like I can also understand like not you know needing to go and not waiting. Like
yeah.
I just feel like
I don't know.
I can understand it might be a long period of time.
Also, I love how specific on time that guy is. Like, after about 15 minutes. So specific. Like, what? But yeah, no, I
mean, the leave as well at that point. Again, I don't know. I think like it sounds like there's an edit which is like or update. She's pretty much dropped hints that she's broken up with me. Guess Miles and Peter saved my ass. Okay.
Miles and Peter, I love that.
I feel like also if they're the type of person to react so much to that, it's probably a good thing if they break up. Because,
I don't feel like I could be in a relationship with someone who reacts that strongly. Like, okay, I'd be in a relationship with someone who had a phobia of spiders. Like, don't get me wrong, but getting annoyed at your partner for going to do what they need to do before getting rid of a spider, you know?
And again, I can understand in the moment it's probably like, what the fuck, this is important right now, and I'm like terrified. I can understand that, but like again, if they're ill and they're like constipated, like, would you rather they go and like, you know?
Would you rather them poop their pants?
And I can get as well, like, again, it was 15 minutes that apparently we were in there. But, like, but obviously in 50 minutes, she's, like, has left already.
She's packed
And, like, I
a
think
bag and left.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Halfway through. I get halfway through, like, that point in time being like, I don't know, if they were, like, taking their time, and maybe a bit more, like, what the
yeah,
fuck.
it sounded
But,
like he tried, or, I don't know, did they say that sorry, what's the did they say genders, or is it just, because girlfriend, obviously, but...
It doesn't say.
Okay, so we'll go with them, sorry. But, I've lost my train of thought now. But yeah, no, if they purposefully then took their time with it, yeah, then it's a bit of a, maybe. But for the long run, they are not the arsehole for that one. Most definitely not the arsehole.
It's just something really dumb. Yeah, like, again, I can understand if it was time-wise, but it's not, again, halfway through, like, 5 minutes. I don't know. I'm going to be doing I'm a fast shitter, but I know also from what I've heard, I listen to a lot of these podcasts, from what I'm, those things, what I hear, obviously for some people, it does take like 10, 15 minutes. That's fair. You know?
Yeah.
So, like, I don't know, I think that's, like, average. So, like, and again, I can get being heat in the moment, being stressed and shit, and being annoyed. But, like,
heat of the moment. Heat of the moment, yeah, that's fair. Heat of the moment, but yeah, no. Having it go that long, there is something at that point that is something other in that relationship that is causing issues. It's not just the spiders. I feel.
Oh, like, yeah, I think I was gonna say similar thing. Like, it must be something else on top. But the fact the mum at the end was also calling them a coward. No, what they call them, pathetic boyfriend they have, which is so dumb. It's like,
okay, when you get the parents involved in something that petty, at that point, yeah. Hey, Sasuke. Also, thank you, James, for the hydrate. Cheers.
And you have bubbles as well.
Hopefully hopefully this works, because I'm getting a bit low on these bubbles. Otherwise, I'll have to run into the other room and get some more. There you go. There's some bubbles. Awesome.
I'm gonna go try to find the post again. See if I can get a screenshot. If I can, if not.
Yeah, that's fair. So our first story of deciding to take a shit instead of getting rid of spiders. You are not the arsehole, sir. To anyone just joining, that's gonna sound weird.
Everyone is saying they are the asshole. Like, they're saying some people were arachnophobia and she might have been scared that crawling under the couch was somewhere unreachable. So asking her to deal with it ASAP is understandable, but like, yeah, doing all that, like the response in general is just, especially the further response after it's been done, is like not great.
Yeah, no, definitely not great. I
Not the asshole. Your ass was busy. You don't live in a horror film.
You don't live in a horror film. Oh god, great. Okay.
Is my camera gone? It's just vanished.
Oh no, that was just for a second. I was I was fixing something. Don't worry. You're good.
No,
You're still here. It does that when
I
have something over the top of it. So is everyone disagreeing with us? Is everyone going with is the arsehole? That's so stupid.
Context as well. They're both 21. That adds context. They asked someone like how old are they? Because it's like super childish for them to have done that.
Wait, which way around? Like, who are they calling childish?
The partner. They're calling their girlfriend childish.
I don't think it's childish.
How old they were. Yeah.
I don't think unless they're talking about just storming out, that is kind of childish. But being scared of spiders is not. Yeah, that's not. But yeah, no. Shall we?
Just checking if they have any comments, and I will relinquish this to you.
Yeah, no worries.
Nice.
Go for it.
Oh, Reddit is having problems, so maybe not. View
Oh,
profile.
Reddit, sort out your problems. Go to a therapist.
It's just no. It seems fine. It's going to this person's profile isn't great.
Okay.
Maybe they delete their account. Let me quickly try and search it. Then after that.
Yeah. No worries, no worries.
No, can't see anything else. That's fine. Cool. That's me.
Cool. Right.
Like, tell whoa.
Shall we start on my first one then? So, this one, I had a different one, but it was a lot more serious than the one that you just read, so I thought I'd start with something.
I feel like something silly.
I thought I'd start with something a little bit more silly, which is, am I the arsehole for poisoning housemate who ate my food without my permission and ended up in the ER?
Oh, I love these ones. Love these ones.
Cool. So, I, 19 male, recently moved into a shared place and there is someone who keeps stealing my food. At first I thought it was just a mistake, but even my leftovers were being eaten. It was very clear that the person was doing it on purpose. I spoke to my housemates about how I would just prefer to be asked first, but they were nonchalant about it, and none of them admitted to doing it, and I haven't caught anyone in the act. So I just tried to ignore it, as it only happened every couple of days or so. So, before I carry on, from the title, so am I the arsehole for poisoning housemate who ate my food without my permission and ended up in the ER? Are they the arsehole or are they not? We'll start with I think we should do this for everyone, just with the title.
Yeah.
What do you think?
It's one of those things where I'm fully... It's... For these stories, I'm aware it's... I guess, I think it's illegal as well. So purposely tamper with food people are going to have. I fully get that, but I'm also fully in support of it. I'm fully do it. Because, I don't know, I just thought... I've listened to the housemates and I've as well. I just can't... I've taken food from others before, but it's always been with permission, and I just can't imagine not asking for permission before taking someone's food.
That's the thing. You don't just take your housemate's stuff. You ask for permission, whether that be food or a fan or anything. You ask permission before you do anything. That is my number one. And that's how I've always lived with housemates. And even things we have had shared things, and that's but that's always established early. Yeah. Or and I think there's been some times when someone's been afterwards been hope you don't mind taking a bit of milk or something. And I think that's things like that. I don't think that's fine. Things of sugar and things like that. Little things. Fine.
Which, and I guess that's where's the line, I guess. But it's just what you wouldn't take someone's leftovers and stuff.
That is weird, for the first paragraph bit. Cool. Should we carry on then? So, a few days ago, I came home from work with a carton of eggs that I found while dumpster diving. And some bread. Okay, first off, dumpster diving?
Yeah, that's totally right.
I love that. Right.
Is this for the
That's for them.
Planning, or is this just...
I've read this on, and apparently they were planning on eating it.
Okay, cool.
Okay, I wanted to give the eggs the water test first before eating them, just to make sure that they are safe to consume. But I was too tired and went to bed early without eating. The next day, I found out that one of my housemates got so sick he ended up having to go to the emergency room. My eggs were not in the fridge where I left them, but I saw the carton and shells in the trash, and my bread was opened. I had a hunch that it was him because there was a possibility that the eggs had gone bad, but I was also annoyed at the fact that he helped himself to my food without asking. I'm still stuck on the fact that they were all the water test is not going to do everything to say that.
Jesus. Oh my god.
They were thrown out for a reason. When he came back, I asked him if he had eaten my eggs and bread, but he denied. I then said, okay, but I hope whoever ate them doesn't get as sick as you did because I found the eggs in a dumpster. His face immediately dropped and he looked visibly uncomfortable. He got angry and went from saying that he may have consumed the food by mistake, as he wasn't paying attention and doesn't exactly remember, and accusing me of poisoning him. Hello, Emilia VTuber. Hey, I'm doing good. We're just reading some stories and judging whether the OPs are the assholes or not, or whether the other people are the assholes. Who knows? And we'd love to hear people's views on this stuff as well, if you want to join in.
Chime in the chat.
Yeah, chime in the chat. Anyway, he said that it's a health hazard.
Sorry, go ahead. I thought you were done.
No, there's more. He said that it's a health hazard to bring such food in communal spaces without warning everyone first. Hey, thank you for the follow, Emilia. First, as it's not uncommon for people in shared places to eat other people's food by mistake. He hasn't spoken to me since then, and my housemates are siding with him and called me disgusting for doing that. A part of me feels like I wasn't wrong because they were my eggs that I was fully intending on eating, and I didn't think I had to warn people against eating food that didn't belong to them. But I also do feel bad and guilty that he got sick. So Reddit, please tell me if I was in the wrong. There is an edit.
Oh.
There is an edit. Just to clarify, because I see comments that suggest that I may have done it on purpose. I didn't. I have been dumpster diving for some of my food recently, so I was fully intending on eating it, just like I have been eating the food that I have been finding while dumpster diving. I try to exercise caution, and thankfully it hasn't made me sick yet. But had he not eaten it, I was probably going to end up in the ER myself because I was obviously going to eat it. I didn't randomly do it just to bait and catch whoever has been eating my food. Food poisoning is not a joke. As I said, I just moved recently and I'm just trying to get on my feet. I also understand that although I make sure to wipe my food first, ultimately it is gross to put food that came from a dumpster in a communal fridge or pantry, and will not continue to do so. I will just put it in my room from now on. Actually... So,
I have four.
You have thoughts. I personally don't think that this person is the asshole. They're a little disgusting because they eat food that they get from, like, the rubbish bins and stuff. So on that end, they're a little disgusting, but I don't think they're the arsehole. I think the other guy's the arsehole for just taking food without asking.
Oh, I'm fully on board with the person. I don't think they're the asshole for the, they didn't know their food was going to be stolen. And again, in this case, it's also not one of those scenarios you see where someone's purposely doing it. Like, they're not doing it to poison someone. They're not trying to catch them out. Yeah. It is something like in a situation where they have genuinely forgotten, and they have not forgotten, but generally, it's been stolen. It was bad, but it wasn't, they weren't doing it on purpose to make the person ill or whatever. And that, for that reason, and even in general, I would probably still say not the asshole for doing that because people are stealing food. Again, do people do what they want to do? If that's how they want to live their life, it'd be gross to eat from a dumpster. Sure. And again, I get cost of living. It's not great. Things are expensive, and sure, that's what they have to do. They have to do it. But I think the whole thing about putting it in a shared space, sure, it shouldn't have been stolen. I'm not defending that part of it, but I guess it depends how it's been left in the shared space. Because I feel like putting the carton of eggs that has been in the bin in the fridge, that's not great. Or pantry, wherever it's been. I don't know. I feel like that's gross and is an asshole move to do that. But
they now understand that that's an arsehole.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
they've moved
exactly,
that
yeah.
stuff out of the communal space, which is good. He's seen his own faults and has rectified it. It's not like he is trying to fight the fact that having dumpster dive food is okay.
No, yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's it. Like, otherwise, like, an asshole for that thing, which they've obviously, again, have now rectified, so it's not really a problem anymore. But yeah, fully not an asshole for having their food be stolen. I get everyone else being a bit grossed out, being like, oh god, like, but they rectified it, and the whole point is that they did still, the whole poisoning thing, like, on purpose. You still took someone else's food without.
No, it's not like they've tried to catch people out, which would make them the arsehole, I think. And then it would just be both sides would be the arsehole. Because I still think the person who's stealing food is the arsehole.
Oh,
you don't just take food.
I'm still like, I'm on that. Yeah, fully.
Yeah. You either ask or at the start when you all move in, you talk about communal sharing and stuff, like specific items like milk or, butter and stuff that you're not going to use as much, sort of thing. That sort of thing I can understand sharing, but you talk about that at the start. Kind of like, And it's not hard not to, like, if you organise your fridge and stuff, this is my shelf, this is my shelf, this is all my stuff, this is your stuff, this is my stuff. It's not hard to not take other people's food.
No, I completely agree. What are the comments saying? I'm guessing some people call them the asshole for, I guess, what I was saying. The thing about putting the food in there, like, got from the bin.
No one's saying that they're the arsehole. They're saying, that, so one person said, OP, float test isn't foolproof. Want to stir up a chicken community. Tell them it is. Add a flashlight crack check to your list. Okay, so most people, I think, are just saying, don't store it in communal spaces, but that they aren't the arsehole. All of them are mad at you because they all eat/steal your food. Not the arsehole. I hope they learned their lesson.
Oh yeah, that means like most of his food has just been. Oh god,
it's not necessarily one person. It's possibly not just one person. It might be all of them, and it just happens that one person was just the unlucky person who did that.
But now they all know they've been eating garbage food for the past, like...
Yeah. I love the fact that it's from a dumpster diving as well. Like, it's not just...
That threw me out when you said that. I was like, pardon? So I fully thought that was... I didn't realise... Obviously, as you point out, most people, you assume that's like, that's them doing the intentional thing. Which, again, I still agree with. Christ.
Yeah, I guess you didn't see, but I did like the air... Because it's in quotation marks of poisoning.
Oh.
And I did the air quotations, but obviously I don't have my camera on in Discord, so you can't actually see me except for the delay. But yeah. Not the arsehole as much as it is petty. He lied and he chose to eat your food even though it's the biggest rule in shared housing to not do so. He fucked around and found out, and probably won't be doing that again. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, most of them are saying not the arsehole.
That's good. Faith restored in people.
Cool. Well, I will now hand it over to you.
Good, I'm a doozy.
Oh god, I'm worried now.
Am I the asshole for bringing my poop gloves when I moved in with my girlfriend and wanting to keep them?
Sorry, his what gloves?
His poop gloves.
Poop gloves. Okay. Carry on. So what was the title?
My girlfriend.
Wait, what was the title?
Am I the asshole for bringing my poop gloves when I moved in with my girlfriend and wanting to keep them?
Oh. I mean, are the gloves made of poop? Why are they poop gloves?
Excellent question.
I do not have enough information. I mean, it's their item, but I don't have enough information to know if they are the arsehole yet, so go for it.
I've been with my girlfriend for just over a year now. Let's call her Sophie because this is kind of weird and she won't want me using her actual name. She's amazing and we're very happy and we just moved in together. We've been living in a flat for just over a week now. Living together has been fun, but we're learning a lot about each other's, let's just say, question mark? I think there's some scribbling here. Anyway, today she came out of the bathroom and said, hey, what was the marigolds in the bathroom? They're always there. Are they yours? So like marigold like gloves you get.
Yeah. They're like I think they're like the yellow rubber gloves that you can get.
Yeah. So without thinking, I said, yeah, don't touch them. They're my poop gloves.
Okay.
She said, you're fucking what? Some context. I have a pair of red, yellow cleaning gloves. The type you would wash dishes with, that I keep on the highest shelf in the bathroom. She can't even reach it. I've had them and other pairs for a lot of my life. I put them on every time I go to the toilet. She was really horrified when I explained what they are. My hand gets really dry and I have eczema. So it's not good for me to be washing them all the time. When I was younger, they would crack and bleed after washing them. So my mum bought me some gloves and told me to wear them when I wee/poop and take them off before I leave. I called them my poop gloves and then the name stuck. Sophie is disgusted that I don't wash my hands. She doesn't want them in the house, but it's something I've always done, and I really can't be asked of getting back eczema proper again. I think she's being unreasonable. Am I the asshole?
I think you're the asshole for keeping them on a top shelf. Because, like, that's gonna cause some issue of stuff falling down. If you're gonna have them, put them on a lower shelf, I feel. Just like bottom of the floor. Just kind of.
So I was gonna slightly disagree with that. Like it's kind of good at like.
I guess they're out of reach of any children as well. Yeah. But
I can see like they tried to put them somewhere that are out of reach and they don't have to interact with them.
Yeah, that's fair.
I did our edits, so I will read the edits as well.
Yep, go for it.
Edit. I don't wipe my actual arse over the gloves. I use toilet roll. Apparently some people didn't get this. I won't keep an actual shit stain gloves on a shelf and make me the asshole.
Okay, yeah. I totally thought he was using toilet roll. No doubt in my mind that he was still using toilet roll, but...
yeah, that's what people do. It's good to make that distinction, you know?
Yeah. I feel like at least make sure that they're fresh pair every now and again. Like, don't use the same one for months on end. But I love how Okay, I just want to say I love how both of these have been poop related in some way.
I have a theme.
Oh god, are they all poop related?
The ones I've gathered today are. The other ones aren't.
Cool. Okay, what's the second edit?
Sorry lads, I had work, and that so many people have asked. Yes, I wash the gloves when I'm wearing them, as you would with actual hands. I do it with soap after a shit, but I won't lie and say I always use soap after a wee. Always give them a rinse at least.
Okay. I mean, as someone who also gets cracked hands very easily, I don't use poop gloves.
What? What do you mean?
I just have like a bottle of like hand lotion next to the sink. So next to the soap, I'll usually have some sort of thing to moisturize my hands. But I will admit, getting into that, routine. Getting into a routine like that can be difficult.
Yeah, I understand. It's like you said, it was like I think their mums gave it to them as they were a child, and like it stuck from there. And I can get that. I can get it. It's like a thing they've done since they were younger, and it was like at the time probably was the easiest thing and made sense.
Rather than trying to teach a child to use moisturizer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do think now maybe they could have changed their habits, but also
Yeah.
I also understand if you're stuck in a habit, it's tough to break it until someone points out that the habit's like weird and stuff. Like you probably don't think you don't probably because it's your own habit. You probably don't think it's really bizarre to do.
Oh yeah, there's a ridiculous amount of places where you don't, where you really will start just on doing something as a kid and it just carries on. Like you don't really have a choice with it because your brain just sets it. But yeah.
No, yeah, I got you. I saw one comment. Oh, I don't actually have the comments open. I can't find it again. It's that wanted. The user account, I should say, is also called just u/poop loves.
I guess it's a burner account.
Yeah, typing it. But yeah, like one comment basically saying like, I get both. I also get both sides in the sense like, and I guess I also agree with this. Like, even if they do that, sure, it's like, but also don't keep the gloves. Like, maybe it's more waste, but like get at least maybe disposable ones. Because it is, or at least replace them more regularly. I don't know what the line. I still think it's kind of
maybe you could use the same gloves for like a day or two and then change them. Is my thought. Because you wouldn't want to use the same ones for over a week, I would say, at the most.
I still get that. I thought if they want to keep doing the glove method, sure, but like it is unhygienic. Like it's like they're not doing it every time, and they probably should be.
Yeah.
Again, it doesn't specify. I guess I'm really bad at this, but they haven't specified gender. I don't think so. Like it could have been, I guess it depends. It could, you could be getting them dirtier than you want, because like especially if I'm using that without a guy, they could like stand and be holding and touching them.
Yeah.
And that's gross. They're just like you said, they're staying if they do. They have said in the story like they wash them properly after a shit, but like they will only rinse them sometimes when they're washing them after like a week, which
I feel like they should wash them more often. And yeah, I mean, I kind of wouldn't put either of the people in that story as the arsehole. I feel like one is in a habit that they can't break from childhood. The other one isn't used to that being a thing. So I would say neither are the arsehole.
I think the vote got no arseholes here, so like no one is.
Yeah.
I can see white people would think he was the asshole, and I'm like, I guess.
I can see it.
And I get fully. I think more if he like doubles down and doesn't fully change. I know again.
Yeah.
But like,
I can see it as him being the arsehole, but I don't think he is.
Yeah, I don't.
I can see that.
It depends how they end up. I'm gonna quickly. I should probably just do this each time out, just actually find the story and like get the comments up. I just want to see if they've done any comments themselves.
To reply to them.
That's always fun to see. I should just have them open. Some of my other ones actually have the links saved, so that should be fine.
Fair enough.
Again, a lot of people are just saying about the you're the asshole. I've all suffered from bad hand, eczema, and this is not a good solution. Go to the dermatologist, get them to actually prescribe medication for it. I suffered for like 6 months before having it go away in two weeks with steroid cream. Also advised for the dermatologist, use hand sanitizer instead of soap. It won't irritate your hands in the same way. Throw out the poop gloves and start a routine of rinsing, hand sanitizer, and then aloe vera. And I think your girlfriend and you will be much happier.
One thing with the hand sanitizer thing, you have to get a very specific type of hand sanitizer.
Oh, yeah.
Hand sanitizer does terrible things to my skin. Like, it might be different for other people, but for my skin, soap is better than hand sanitizer. Because hand sanitizer is alcohol-based and can dry out your skin very quickly. It's one of the issues I had during the pandemic was just how cracked my hands would get even in the summer because of hand sanitizer and stuff. Like, I had to do hand sanitizer, then moisturizer straight away, otherwise it would seriously irritate my skin. But I can understand it both ways, I guess.
I saw someone say about like putting them in like a bag or something after like the gloves if they want to keep the gloves.
Yeah.
Like, because it's very understandable her being like not wanting to see the gloves.
Yes.
U/poop gloves. There's a long post actually. I do see the doctors regularly about this because my hands are still rough and I get it from other places too. This is a weird thing my mum started to help me when I was 8 because it got really bad. It just stuck. I thought there's no way to really explain it to anyone else that would properly make sense because it is a bit fucking weird however we look at it. It's just something I know helps and so I'm most to stop it. I do get how my girlfriend finds it disgusting though and I don't want her to feel like that about me. Like there's a reason my mates don't know about the fucking poop gloves because it's weird as fuck.
Yeah.
Bad judgment. I'll speak to my doctor and see if there's anything else we can try. Okay, and there's another bit of detail. For context, well, on the gloves. Never actually touched the outside of them. I've been using them since I was a kid, so it's second nature now. You just have to leave them to an inch just hanging off the shelf. Then you just poke your fingers through the openings. They're never like properly touching the gloves. They are so like.
Right. Okay.
God, I do wonder like. I'm assuming that means they're not the same fucking gloves.
I hope they're not the same gloves from when he was a kid.
Jesus.
I am hoping that he does regularly change them. That would be... okay, that would be an issue.
Hello, son. And now you're 8 years old. It's time to pass down this family heirloom. Here's my poop gloves.
Oh, God. Jesus Christ, though. That would, questions. Jesus Christ. Fair. My next one is fairly short, but we'll see. Am I the arsehole for telling my sister she can't wear a red dress to my wedding, or else she is uninvited? So from the title, what do we think? Arsehole or not? Am I the arsehole for telling my sister she can't wear a red dress to my wedding, or else she is uninvited?
I won't lie, I think I have heard this, something similar to this anyway, but I'm happy to listen to it, I could be wrong.
I mean, this one's fairly short, it's...
From the title, I'm gonna say, it's one of those things where I see everyone, like, says don't upset, well, you know, the wedding, don't upset the wedding people, the wedding guests, the bride and groom and stuff, it's their wedding.
Yeah.
Do kind of what they say. I think it's, like, obviously I'm going with no context, and, you have to kind of assume there's context, and it's not just that it's a red dress. Like, you have to assume there's more, I guess. And I can understand. I can very much see it being an asshole thing.
Cool. Okay, let's start. My wedding is coming up, and since I've gotten proposed to, me and my husband have been adamant about pastel colours being worn by the guests. My stepsister is saying that she bought this expensive dark red dress to wear to the wedding. Recently, I'm not a hard to deal with person, but I feel like she shouldn't have bought the dress knowing that I wanted people in pastel colours. She also isn't a hard to deal with person, usually, so I don't know why she is acting like that. Now, last night I texted her saying she won't be able to come to the wedding if she's planning to wear that dress. And she asked if I will be reimbursing her for the dress, and I told her no. She's now telling family that I'm being a bridezilla and acting unreasonable. Personally, I don't think she's the arsehole. The thing is, it says at the start that they've been adamant about the pastel colours, like the colouring theme, since they started planning. That is something that she says in that. So I personally don't think she's the arsehole, because the sister bought this dress recently. After being told... You're muted, by the way, Toes.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah, after being told... probably multiple times, I feel, that it's pastel colours. she's bought a dark red dress that isn't pastel.
No, I don't think she's fully the asshole, even though I can understand maybe if there was less, like, if she didn't know, I guess I could understand, and, like, you could be a bit like,
oh yeah, if it's a new thing.
If she bought the dress and showed it off and was like, look what I bought, and then she was like, actually, I actually want it to be pastel and didn't tell anyone, I can understand she's the asshole for that.
Oh yeah.
I don't think, going in with, like, the having known and should have, I feel like should have known the theme.
Yeah.
I don't think she should also pay for the dress. I feel like,
yeah.
You can reuse the dress as well to make use of it, like, I imagine.
Oh yeah,
and, like surely she must be able to return it.
If she doesn't actually wear it for the wedding, she could wear it for another wedding or another big party that she's going to, like a Christmas party or something. It doesn't have to be this wedding that she uses it for.
Maybe I don't. I can understand, like, maybe you can't get it returned because I don't know how these kind of things work. Like, can they? Like, I haven't had to return things like suits and dresses. Like, imagine people will do it and then return it after using it once. Maybe there's, like, policies where you can't. But, like...
But even then, you can use it for something else.
Yeah.
I
don't think she...
Carry on.
I don't think she's the asshole. I don't think, like, she's being a bridezilla. Like, I don't know. I can understand... I guess it also depends on how bad it is. And I feel like... But... Also, I feel like I imagine you might get some outliers anyway. Like...
Yeah,
I also personally, I'm like, I don't think it's gonna be that big a deal anyway. But, like, I don't know, if she's in the wedding party as well or something, I can understand.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't give you the context of whether she's in the wedding party or not. But I seriously, especially someone as close as a family member, because I believe it's her sister. Yeah, it's the bride's sister. So if anyone's going to have to stick to the coloured theme, it's got to be the family, you know?
Yeah, no,
it's
you're
not just another guest. It is a member of the bride's family. If that makes sense. Yeah. Like if it was a distant cousin or something who just showed up in a red dress, that would be fine. If she threw a tantrum over that, then she would be the arsehole. But just, like, I feel like she isn't the arsehole in this.
Oh, no.
Do you want to know what most people are saying in the comments?
Asshole?
Yeah. Everyone's saying that she's the arsehole. This is one of the ones that I find annoying. Because it's like... short of white, for cultural reasons, bridal parties should not impose colour schemes on guests. Have a dress code of, say, at least semi-formal or formal. But dictating the colour scheme is a bridge too far. They're guests and not accessories to the wedding. But... I
can kind of see it. But, like...
Yeah, I can kind of see it, but I don't... If the bride, or even the groom, if anyone in, like, the bridal party has an idea of a colour scheme, you kind of have to... I don't know. I really disagree with most people down here.
I can see. It's like, I think part of it is like, I can understand being annoying. I guess I could like see. They let it like. I think it was me. I probably would just be like, oh fuck, I would let it slide, and they can just be the outlier of everyone else being. But I guess I don't know. I'm not something that's had a wedding, so I can't tell you. I just don't think it's. I also don't think it's that big a deal. I don't think she's an asshole for imposing it, but I also don't think it's that big a deal that hurts the person's done it. You know?
I think that if from the start someone tells you, this is the dress code, this is the colour scheme, dress for it, then you should understand that and dress for it. I know that's like the thing of, oh, don't upset the bride or groom on the wedding day and stuff. But honestly, I just think it's common sense if you're told from the very start. Hey,
no, I also do get that.
This, because it'd be like, I feel like it would be like being told about like your prom and saying, oh, we're doing autumn colours, and then you showing up in a colour that is very much not autumn. It would make you feel like the odd one out, and it would make you stand out. And at a wedding, the only people who should stand out are the bride and groom, because it's their day. Like, I personally don't... Like, weddings aren't that interesting to me. I don't really care. But for some people, it is their big day. They are in the spotlight. They should be in the spotlight. And wearing something that goes against the dress code, for me at least, is you saying, no, I want to be in the spotlight. It's my day. Someone literally just put, you're the arsehole. Many will not come. Pastel colours is a shitty dress code.
Love that. Does that mean, like, I guess for suits and stuff?
You would wear, like, whites and, like, pinks and stuff.
Yeah, but, like...
Which I feel like you would like.
I don't mind that. I could also see that being a pain to get.
I guess with men's, you could do the pastel colours as, like, the shirts and the ties and stuff, rather than the whole suit. Just because I know that suits look weird sometimes when you get the lighter coloured ones.
And I guess it's, like, I don't know, I guess it's effective either way. I just know, like, suits can be expensive, and then...
so can dresses.
I guess also dresses. Yeah. I think I just hear stories of, like, any of the proms and stuff, like, someone's having to buy, like,
I got lucky. All my prom dresses were around £20.
Yeah, so I mean, like, I hear people, like, my proms, people, like, buying dresses for, like, 20 quid and stuff. And I know people, obviously, on the other end, other people don't do that and will go really high. But I know a lot of people do, like, £20, whereas, I guess, getting suits and stuff. Normally, I guess you can also try and get, like, a cheap one. And I guess maybe that's on more me for, like, one thing.
Also...
a nice one. And
a lot of the time with dresses, people expect you to wear different ones every time. Which I don't agree with. I think you should be able to wear whatever clothes multiple times anyway. The amount of times on a red carpet someone's gone, they've worn this before. And it's like, yes, there's dry cleaners and washing machines.
Why would you buy... Well, yeah, why would you buy it until you have one? Yeah, and I guess with suits, they normally get, like, you keep them and then we'll wear them on other occasions. So, like...
Yeah.
So I can also understand, like, why having this thing for, like, having to buy a new suit that's pastel. I can also, but also I don't. Yeah, that's not actually in the context of the story, but yeah, I don't think she's like an asshole. I can see
all of the comments.
I can see why people might think she is, but like, I just don't think.
I love the fact that all of the comments are either that's a too niche dress code. It's not. Or pastel colours are shitty, stop making people wear them. That is the two sides of the comments about this. Which I find hilarious, but yeah. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Anyway, so, shall we move on to your next one?
Yeah. After this one, though, I'm going to take a mini, 5-minute break, if that's right, to go toilet and whatnot.
Yeah, I can switch to be right back, and we can both
I can do this one first, and then we can do that.
Yeah.
And that'll be 5. Haven't done 5. Cool. Am I the asshole for moving neighbour's cat poo from my front garden to theirs?
Oh, God.
I'm on brand.
So it's moving their cat's poo to theirs, yeah? Is what that says?
I said it's moving their neighbour's cat's poo from their front garden to the neighbour's garden.
I would say not the arsehole. Just because it's their cat. You know?
Yeah. Background. Neighbours have a pedigree cat that's very expensive. Up until recently, it's been a house-only cat. A few weeks ago, however, they finally started letting it out for the sole purpose of its bathroom habits. Also worth pointing out that they have astroturfed their back garden, so the cat hasn't got anywhere on their property to go. Its preferred bathroom is our front garden. Every morning I have to clean it up and it's getting me down. I've tried numerous cat deterrents, and I've also absolutely no qualms with the animal itself. It's a cat. I've even spent £200 putting down slate chippings as I thought it would stop it. As in my frustration, I've now resorted to chucking the shit back onto their front garden. Today, I was caught red-handed and expressed my frustrations. The owner knew the cat was doing it, which I suspected, and claimed that it was a cat, and he can do whatever he likes. Is that am I the asshole?
I mean, yeah, the cat can do whatever it likes. It's a cat. But also the AstroTurf thing. Couldn't the cat still go to the bathroom on the AstroTurf?
I don't know.
I guess if the
Maybe.
cat didn't like the feeling of it, that would make sense. Yeah, but I feel like it would be easier to clean up on AstroTurf than in normal grass. But
One comment here said, "Oh, sorry, go ahead."
I still don't think that they're the arsehole, because, come on.
No, I don't either.
It's their cat, you're moving it to their lawn. That's all you're doing.
I mean, it's very much an asshole move of the person being like, I know they're doing it, you can't stop them. And I get that to an extent, but also you can, like, I don't know, you can't...
You can't stop them, but you could still apologise. It's your pet. And don't get mad when someone moves it onto their side, onto your side. Because it's your pet. Like, if it was a dog, you wouldn't get angry at someone moving it, would you? I mean, I wouldn't, but some people are dicks, so, yeah. Carry on. What was the comment?
One comment says, sounds simple, but have you tried just spraying some vinegar around the garden? The smell tends to keep cats and various other animals away. And the reply is, trouble is, I also don't like the smell of vinegar. Which I don't know why it's really dumb.
Vinegar is awful, I will admit. The smell of vinegar is awful. I would not ever want to have that anywhere near me. But,
Oh, update.
Ooh, okay.
So one of my neighbours' husband came storming out of his side gate as soon as I got back from work and was ready for a full-on fist fight. I put him down very quickly and invited him in for mine for a cup of tea. I apologised to him for moving his cat's shit, and he agreed to keep the cat in. Still not best pleased, but this is my first house. I don't really want to fuck with my neighbours. Thanks for all the support. It's been fun reading through your comments. Still working my way through.
Right, okay. So the update is just, this dude tried to attack me. I gave him tea. That's a very British response.
And I've caught him several times. The shits are always very similar in nature. I've become quite acquainted with them, so I'm asserting it's the culprit.
Oh my god. I just love how British this person sounds. Just, you want to engage in fisticuffs? Let's have some tea first. It's great. But yeah, no, I would still say not the arsehole.
No, I don't think so. That was a little fun one.
Yeah.
I'm going to need a 5-minute for a bit of a break.
Yes, we're going to take a 5-minute break. Hopefully people will stick around, and we will see you in a bit. See you in a sec. Bye. And we're back. Sorry, I probably should have checked that you were ready.
No, that's fine. Hello.
Just randomly drop us back into it. Right. Let me find...
Your go.
Yes.
I did find a few more during the break, actually.
Ooh,
And,
okay.
These ones are still on theme, so I'm going to keep these. I have one that is more serious, and that could be a nice lead into. You said you had some serious ones, so I can do that. Let me know.
Yeah.
I can do like other ones which are a bit more serious as well, but I'm happy also. I know it depends what ones you want to do, really.
Let me give me a sec. Okay, we'll go with this one. Am I the arsehole for asking about my son's boyfriend? That has absolutely no context whatsoever.
No, they're not the asshole in my mind.
When I first saw this one, I was just like, what the fuck is he asking him? Because just asking about them isn't a bad thing. You know?
I think, call me wrong. I think that's a very reasonable thing to do.
Right, okay, so let's get into it. So the person is 45 male. My son, Jacob, 15 male, is a wrestler and in the last few months he became really good friends with this boy, Trevor, 16 male. He met at a meet from another school, so wrestling match from another school. Now Jacob isn't someone you'd assume is gay. I guess he'd be straight passing if that's still the term. He's not out to me or anything, but he's never really showed much interest in girls, even though they show interest in him. And this new friendship of his seems way more close than any of his other friends. They share clothes, sleep over all the time, even more than he does with his best friend. I swear I see them playing footsie and hugging/cuddling sometimes. I've also found some wrapping parcels in his trash. I'm a single dad and I try my best with my boys, and yesterday morning, before his brothers got up, I
can stop you?
Yeah.
You said wrapping packages. What?
Wrapping parcels in quotation marks.
Oh, okay.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Right, go ahead.
I'm a single dad and I try my best with my boys, and yesterday morning, before his brothers got up, I offhandedly asked him how his boyfriend was doing. I was trying to open some dialogue, show him it was okay. I'm kind of new to this myself. He turned beet red and asked me what I meant, and I told him I was asking about Trevor. He just looked at me all bewildered and was just like, very funny, Dad. I just told him that I wasn't blind and that it was okay and that I loved him. Aw. He got mad and yelled at me to just drop it. We haven't talked much since then, and I talked to my parents and they think I went about it fine. My sister thinks I overstepped and should have waited for him to say something, that I probably freaked him out. Am I the arsehole here? I don't think he is. I think he could have gone about it better. But I don't think either of them are.
No, yeah, I completely agree. I feel like I don't... Yeah, I think there's better ways he could have done it. And I thought, I don't know, maybe... I wouldn't say the asshole, but maybe going in with the way he went in wasn't the best way.
Yeah.
It's...
There's better ways to open the dialogue.
But again, another thing, but it all came from a good place, which obviously doesn't excuse it, but anything bad. But it's very clear it wasn't anything malicious, and yeah, it's. But there are any better ways they could have handled it. Not handled it, but I just started the dialogue, and I don't think they give them space. I think now, I guess, is the way they kind of need. I don't know what else to really suggest, really.
Yeah, that's very. Sorry, that one's a little bit of a more serious one, isn't it? Whoops.
No, it's fine.
But
yeah, it's tough because, I
wouldn't want to be outed like that. Like, not that he's outed him, but you know what I mean. Like, because obviously I've come out to both my parents as bisexual, so that kind of thing is just yeah. But yeah, I think you have, give him hints that you're okay with it. Do you know what I mean?
No,
but
I think it's. I wouldn't say asshole, but I feel like make it not the best. They didn't do it the right approach, well intentioned, and I think they should have made it. Like I said, given hints that they're fine with it, but not directly asked. I mean, asking about them, I think is fine, and being like, "Oh, how so and so." I've got that name already.
Trevor.
How's your partner?
It's made up names, but yeah. Yeah.
Say oh, they're nice to see them. Yeah, I know. Mention they're close, and then say that's nice, and then whatever.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, not the arsehole, but very much could have gone about it better. Not just open it with, "How's your boyfriend?" That's like talking to a guy and saying, "How's your girlfriend?" when it's just a friend, a straight guy. It's just because one, they might not be, because you don't know, because they haven't told you. Looking at it, they are very close, but treat everything as if it could just be a friendship, I think. And then, if it comes out to be more, it's more. I feel like that's just how it should be. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I completely agree.
Cool. Should we lighten this up with another one of yours?
I mean, I have.
Or do you want to do a serious one?
Here's the thing. It's also a poop story, but it is a bit more serious.
Right. Okay.
I can do trigger warnings.
Yeah, you can. Go for it. What's the trigger warning?
I can do a trigger warning. Not sexual. It's not sexual assault, but trigger warning that it's mentions it and whatnot, and
mentions of essay.
Yeah, mentions of essay. Sorry, I should have forgot that.
That's fine.
Let's mention it though. Cool. Am I the asshole for cleaning poop off my female friend?
Okay.
You can kind of. I don't have to get out of this one. It's fine. Again, nothing bad does happen, but I can. I'll make this short, but here goes. I'm a 30-year-old married man. We recently had a party at our place for some close friends after COVID. 7 in total. By different circumstances, we don't have much family, besides that we would be our own bubble. So yeah, that is how they're meeting up. There was 4 women, 3 guys. Long story short, we drank quite a bit and everyone was planning on crashing at our place. No big deal, nothing unusual. The one girl there that was recently single drank a lot, likely due to the breakup, and passed out on the floor. I moved her onto the couch near us so we could continue talking while monitoring her. And we don't want her to choke. We didn't want her to choke on a puke or anything. Eventually, she stirs, rolls over, and reveals that she's pooed herself down her skirt and down her legs. Also on the couch, but it was a shitty couch, and now it's a really shitty couch. Everyone laughs at first and starts gagging. The couples basically say that that's a sign the night is over, and then start going to their rooms. We're on the lone holdout that we can't just leave her covered in poop. My wife was too drunk to help and went to bed. I'm conflicted because this was a close friend, so I did what I thought was best. I grabbed baby wipes and cleaned her up. To be clear, I did not touch her vagina at all. I did clean the poop off her butt and quickly ran a wipe through her butt crap I'm a nurse, so I have a super strong gas reflex, and I'm used to doing that as part of my job. Slept on the couch. I slept on the couch next to her just in case I heard her choking. Next morning, everyone wakes up and comes to see their friend covered in poop, but she's not covered in poop anymore, and that's when the accusations start. I can't believe you did that. That's assault. You basically groped her. My wife was no help, which hurt badly, and implied that I should have gotten her to do it, despite the fact that she was way too drunk to help. After this, I thought my friends haven't been messaging me as much anymore, and I'm being excluded. Today was the final straw when I looked at my wife's phone and saw a group chat of the girls, and one of the best friends suggested the pass-out girl file a police report. I don't know what to do. I'm very frustrated because I tried to do the right thing. I'm a nurse, so cleaning on people with someone is so clinical in practice, it's almost routine at this point. Am I the asshole? And I'll do some edits first.
Yeah.
Everyone is asking, wasn't the same couch. It was the sat on same room, different couch. That was vague. Person who had the accident was horribly embarrassed the next day and left shortly after. Didn't harp on it because I was trying not to embarrass them, even as everyone was calling them out. They apologized the day off, which in hindsight kind of makes me look guilty. And too, didn't expect it to be so big. Had to sleep, so that's why lack of replies. Went to say about Encanter. They're saying about COVID being much a thing. I think a lot of people would mention that I should probably stop associating with these people. This makes sense, except for the fact, quite frankly, I'm not sure I mentioned, we all become close because we don't have other family. They're all I have. My wife was one of those close friends before we got married, which is why she's always had those private chats, I guess. We also have a young child together, which is why I even had baby wipes in the first place. So leaving my wife really isn't an option. I'm even entertaining, despite the literal hole I felt my chest over this. I know this may be a horrible thing to do, but I didn't have permission to read my wife's phone. She got a message on her phone, I picked it up, and it locked from my face. Messages were right there, roughly 10 back and forth, and I couldn't help but read them. I know that's a violation of her privacy, but I wouldn't normally do that. I appreciate a lot of people are saying that I was okay in my actions, but this will be my last response to make on this. The negative comments and messages I've been receiving recently privately are too much to take. I can't keep reading messages saying I'm a rapist or that I sexually assaulted my friend, and the pandemic because of the pandemic and everything, working hours, they're emotionally drained.
Yeah.
This one's, very different.
Yeah, that's very different. Honestly, that's a very difficult situation to be in, full stop. Because the thing is, if you just left her, she could have gotten a lot worse. Because there's a reason you don't leave, like, babies in dirty diapers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I think it's one of those things where if they had a partner, you could have got the partner to do it. But it's kind of difficult when the person is single with that.
I think it's tough as well, because like you said, they are a nurse, so they deal with this regularly. So like for them, it's like
it's a routine
it's
thing.
not a thing, and like for everyone else, it is more of a thing because it's not normal for them, which is understandable. I can understand reactions at this point, but it's tough. Because I can fully understand why they'd be like, what the fuck, but also I don't know to an extent, but like
I don't think they deserve the hate that they're getting.
No,
like all the private messages and stuff. I don't think they deserve that because they did what they thought was right in the moment, and I completely understand that. They did what they thought was right. They did their nurse training, pretty much what they were told to, pretty much what to do as a nurse for patients who have been through into that and stuff. So it's one of those things where I think something becomes so second nature to someone, like being a nurse and tidying up people when they can't tidy themselves type thing. Because it's so second nature to someone, they will just do it and they won't think about it.
Yeah.
And I think that was the issue. It was them coming from different worlds.
Yeah.
That's what I think. And not quite understanding why each other are doing the specific things. If that makes sense.
No, yeah.
But, yeah, I'd say no arseholes here because it was probably just a big misunderstanding between everyone.
Yeah, fully. And, like, it's tough because I can understand. I think in hindsight, like, I think you appreciate it, but also at the same time, it's kind of tough about knowing, like, there's no mention of, like, obviously they haven't properly spoken to the person.
Yeah.
Like, about it. After they apologise, like, after, and, like...
Also, apologising doesn't necessarily mean you think you've done anything wrong.
Mm.
Apologising is...
legally.
Yeah. But in my head, apologising is just understanding that you've made someone uncomfortable, or you've made other people uncomfortable, or you've made just... You know, it's not you admitting that you've done something wrong. It's you going, okay, I understand that this has made you uncomfortable. I won't do it again type thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah. There's people saying, like... I saw one comment here, and it's kind of saying everyone the asshole, which I can see a bit of, in terms of, like, the intentions were good, taking care of your friend, but, like, at the end of the day, they did end up, doing it without consent.
Yeah.
Which obviously is not okay. Vulnerable in that situation, and whether or not you are a nurse, you did not consent to being cleaned up that way. That being said, everyone else was left in that state, and, like...
Yeah. That's the worst bit, is everyone just left. Like...
Yeah.
They could have gotten the girls who maybe she would have been more comfortable doing that for her. To do it instead.
Yeah. I guess the whole thing as well, like, no one was also there to witness them. This is what we paraphrasing this thing. Like, no one was there to witness, so you can understand the friends who are being a bit like, oh, that's, like, a bit...
That's weird, yeah.
But again, I partner with thinking, like, if you know your friend's a nurse, but then I guess you never know.
Yeah.
But, like, if they think, and they're basically saying, like, I guess it depends. They might have done this in this situation. Maybe they should have attempted to wake up the person, which again, they might have attempted to do. We don't know.
They never state
they were, like,
that.
Blacked out, or they were just sleeping at that point.
Yeah.
And, like, helped, at least had them awake while. But yeah, it's tough because, like, but they were basically saying, like, also a carer, and, like, understand the feeling of wanting to help, but, like, I feel like, yeah, I guess it is a boundary, I guess, but, like,
yeah, I mean, they could have got they could have put something down, like maybe not cleaned her up, but, like, put something down to just make it a bit more comfortable. You know what I mean? Like paper towels or something. Or, like, a towel or something. Just to make it a bit more...
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can also feel like... I can feel like, yeah...
I can completely understand feeling violated by it and everything, yeah. I think at some point the nurse guy needs to maybe privately message and see if they're comfortable to meet up so he can apologize in person, I feel. Like, I don't know if they did apologize in person or whether they just texted.
I think they said they did in person, but they were, like, rushing off to go, so they didn't. It wasn't long, I think.
Yeah, I think you need to meet up again in person and try to apologize again, I feel. But I know that it's kind of difficult. You know what I mean? But yeah, I don't know.
I think I've seen a few, like, everyone the assholes in this one, which I can see. Even I don't know. I feel like even with well intentioned, it's tough.
Yeah, it's a tough one. But yeah, cool. I
have a funny one, a more funny one I can kind of, like, follow up with if I want me to go next. I know I've just gone, but to help.
I have
the mood a bit, or unless you want to go.
I think my one isn't as serious as that. The ones I've got aren't as serious as that, but one of them is the one that I'm going to read now, which is Am I the asshole for telling an army veteran that being one doesn't excuse him acting rudely to me? So paraphrase that. Is this person an asshole for telling a veteran that they're acting rude?
No, but again, I guess it depends on the situation. But
Okay.
yeah, I don't think.
Initially, don't think they're the asshole.
I will say, in general, I guess it's gonna be not bad. But like, being a veteran or something like that, and it's one of those things as well. Like even
being a veteran doesn't automatically give you the right to do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah. Like you don't, and I think it's saying of a lot of things. Like it's the same as like being a lot of like even just minorities. People will say like there's a lot of controversy when someone like it's like if you're like a protected like minority, like, you can still be an asshole. Like
yeah.
And something like that, like, and it don't just being veteran or anyone or being in any other kind of circumstance like that doesn't excuse from being a prick. So, like, depending on the context, I can very much go either way.
Yeah, right. My girlfriend Lisa, 26 female, and I, 26 male, have been dating for some time now. She invited me to her house to meet her parents yesterday, and I agreed to that. I knew that her dad's an army veteran, and she did tell me that he's rather strict, but I was not expecting exactly how stringent he was. When I arrived, I was caught up in traffic, so I was around 10 minutes late. He accused me of not being punctual, and said, I have raised my daughters to be strict with timings, and you apparently are not. I told him that I was stuck in traffic, but he did not appear to care. Later, when they served me delicacies, I was not closing my mouth while chewing. Or that's what he said. I was not chewing with it open in a rude manner, but he said I should not open it even a bit while eating, as that's what's respectful or something. I should have it with my mouth fully closed, which is really hard to do. I was frustrated, but I did not say anything else. He also asked me whether I exercise daily, and I said no. He asked at what time I wake up, and when I answered, he said that's not ideal at all. It's going to harm you and Lisa if she marries you. And then he asked me what I do for a living. When I told him that I am studying and what it was, he said, but you'd get paid well after university, won't you? Honestly, I lost my temper at this point and said, look, I came here to visit you and not to get lectured and ordered around. You were in the army, but that doesn't mean you can act rudely like that to me. He did not take that well. It got into an argument, and they told me later that I was really disgusting for disrespecting someone of that position. Am I the arsehole? No. Just straight up, no. Like, hey, you're not punctual. I was in traffic. Doesn't matter. You need to be able to tell how long traffic will be. What?
God. I just have no respect for people like that. I just think it's funny. I just don't. Oh, God.
That's so stupid. Like, yeah, be strict. Be strict with your kids. That's fine. Like, make sure they grow up to, stand up for what's right. What's actually right, and not just follow the government. But I don't feel like he's raising someone who is a robot.
Mm.
And I feel like he has no leeway for it. And sure, that might be due to his army stuff. Like, there's no leeway for being in the army and stuff, which is completely fair. But you shouldn't run a family like that. Do you know what I mean? You need to have a bit of leeway.
They just sound like the worst. I mean, I recently met my partner's parents, right? And like, I just can't imagine, like, even when they met mine and stuff, like, I just can't imagine. I get that it's the stereotype of being grilled and stuff. I just can't also imagine it. I feel like I don't know. I get wanting them to be. That's
Yeah, I get
like,
wanting your child to be with someone who can support them. I get that. But
the things that I'm picking up there.
Yeah. And like just saying stuff like, but you'd get paid well after university, won't you? Like, just wait and see. Like,
I don't think that one is like as bad as duress.
Oh yeah.
Because I guess it depends on the context how it sounds. I imagine in this context, that probably is a lot more like judgmental and stuff. But
you need to.
I've heard that like joked about. Oh, that sounds like you're gonna get you'll be in the right. You know, I've been like, we do stuff and stuff. We usually go like, oh, you're right in great industry, or no, really, you can have plenty of jobs done with that. And I think that's but yeah, it's in this context that's good.
I also feel like with that, like, it's just the icing on the cake with everything else that this guy's pushed. Like, the idea that that OP doesn't exercise regularly, or get up early, and it's like, well, no, sorry, may exercise regularly, doesn't exercise every day.
I was about to say that, because, like...
Exercising regularly is fine. Exercising regularly is fine. But exercising every day, you need some time to let your muscles relax. If you exercise every day, you're gonna pull something. Just straight up.
It's one of them, like, some of these things I feel like you wouldn't stay as well the first time you meet them. Like,
yeah.
The marriage, again, were they fiancé or just partners?
Just girlfriend. Yeah.
Okay.
Just partners.
So the whole
not
marriage thing about, like, not gonna work well.
Not married, not close to being married. Just meeting parents for the first time.
God, it's so weird.
Yeah.
Is there any comments or anything about that?
Most of them are saying that this person is not the arsehole. Not the arsehole, he was being a prick. It had nothing to do with being a veteran, just a plain garden variety prick. Yeah. That's the thing, like, if someone is being an arsehole and you call them a prick, that's not because of anything with their status, that is just because they are a prick.
Exactly.
Not the arsehole, he's still acting like he's in the army and treating you like a trainee or something. He seems like a prick and he needs to get off your dick. I love that. That rhymed. That was great. Being a veteran doesn't excuse arseholery. Not the arsehole. He had it coming. Not the arsehole. He was being a major dick. Major dick. General arsehole is one of the comments. Like, in reply to the major dick.
I have.
Okay. But yeah, so we agree that this person is not the arsehole.
Yeah, exactly. I think so.
Yeah. Cool. Do you have another one?
I do. Again, it's on brand. I'm more diverse ones next time.
Yeah, make sure you have more diverse ones next time.
I thought it'd be funny to do all the poops.
Jesus Christ. This is why I have some as well, and not just those. Because they would all be poop related, and we do not want that.
Am I the asshole for pooping during a dinner party? Throwaway, because my wife and co-host. Oh wait, sorry. Have your vote.
Sorry, what was?
Am I the asshole for pooping during a dinner party?
No. That's a normal bodily function. You can't help it.
My wife hosting a dinner party. I enjoy how a lot of these have to say like pre-COVID and stuff, which is funny because obviously it's from that time. Be like,
Yeah.
at some point during the meal, I felt like I needed to poop. I got up from the table and excluded myself to the downstairs bathroom. After a while, 20 minutes or so, I was done with my business, so I washed my hands and returned to the table. I didn't notice anything odd. But later that night, after our guests had left, my wife told me that I had been rude to our guests. She said I had violated the unspoken. But according to her universal and practice, dinner party pooping rules. In my wife's words, the rules are: if you're hosting a dinner, there's a lot of these. There's 4 rules. Do you want to guess some of the rules?
4 unwritten... I hate unwritten rules just as a thing. Like, tell me the rules before we do the things so that I don't mess up. Like, what is the point in unwritten rules?
I get sometimes, I want to say like common sense, but also at the same, I'm also aware like sometimes things aren't just common sense.
Yeah, but people think they are, and they really aren't. But yeah.
The rules are, rule number 1, if you're hosting a dinner party, you need to drop a deuce. You must present yourself to the upstairs private bath toilet with an unbelievable non-pooping excuse, and you may be gone for 3 to 5 minutes. Rule number 2, if your bowel evacuation takes longer than 3 to 5 minutes to arrive and reach completion, and this is not a dinner party poop and must wait until either the guests have left, your state or bowel will get ready to progress to the point that the poop will take no longer than 3 to 5 minutes.
Okay.
Rule number 3, you are not permitted to befoul the public downstairs bathroom with poop stench. Nor are you permitted to use either bathroom, but especially not the downstairs public bathroom, which is adjacent to the dining room, for upwards of 15 minutes, especially when you have a table full of guests in the dining room trying to make polite conversation despite your conspicuous absence. I agreed to use the upstairs bathroom if I ever needed to poop the next time we had a dinner party, but only because it wasn't worth getting into an argument with my wife about pooping. She says it's not about pooping, it's about making our guests feel uncomfortable by being gone from the table for a long time, and for making the guest bathroom smell like poop. I don't know, I guess I think that bathroom's are for pooping in, and it's not a big deal, and no one else follows these rules, ? So Reddit, am I the asshole for pooping during a dinner party?
Half and half. Is a little bit the asshole just from the way that he's talking about his wife at this point, I feel. But, and I also agree, if you're going for a poop, go away from, like, don't go to the nearest bathroom to the dinner table. Especially if it's right next to where the dining room is.
And like 20 minutes as well. I don't know, again, if we have this similar discussion at the start about like how long things take, and I get it takes some people, but I feel like if you're hosting and it's like during a meal,
but
I don't know.
When nature calls, you gotta go.
When nature calls. That is true.
You can't hold it in. I'd say try not to take, like, don't sit on the toilet reading your phone when you've got guests over. Go to the toilet, do your business, come back.
And again,
However,
not the one next to the room.
Yeah, and again, not the one next to it. However, there shouldn't be a time limit on how long you've gone to the bathroom if there's 2 people hosting. Like, if it was just his house and he disappeared for 20 minutes, I could understand the arguing. I could understand that that's not right. You've got people over, you need to be hosting, you need to be interacting with people. However, if you're not the only one who owns that house or lives in that house, you can disappear for 20 minutes and come back. It shouldn't make people uncomfortable.
No, yeah.
If you just go, I'm going to the bathroom, I will be back. Even that's fine.
Mm.
At least in my head.
Oh yeah, there's some rules here which I'm like, just like no, we were adults. It's not gross to say you're going to the bathroom. I don't think that is.
Yeah, don't go into detail what you're going to do, but
I think it's old fashioned that people like quite
also
old fashioned.
just as a thing, I have read something somewhere that if you're an only child, you do not announce when you're going somewhere when you leave a room.
Mm.
If you have siblings, you're more used to saying, "I'm just going to the bathroom."
Mm. Oh, fair. That's interesting.
That's something that people found out. I don't know if that's the case for people in chat or whatever. I don't know if you have siblings, don't you?
Mm. I tend to do that, but it depends on the situation.
Yeah. But
I think I am very open to be like, yeah, I'm going to the loo. And I guess there's like you said, level of detail of that.
Mm.
I don't think that bit's bad. But I think like I don't know. But there's part of me that does think going for that long is a bit rogue and like to the one next door. But like I don't know. But again, you said that's also like I could go either way on it because that's like
It's 50-50 just because of the fact that he used the bathroom right next to the dining room.
Mm.
If he had gone upstairs and used the private bathroom, be gone as long as you want. That's like it takes a while. It doesn't matter. But you know what I mean?
No, I get you. I will read some comments though.
Yeah, go for it.
You're the asshole for using the downstairs bathroom next to the dining room where your guests will also have to go. 20 minutes is a long time to go when you've got dinner guests eating dinner. And like, yes, and the person, I think the OP replied saying, yes, don't know if maybe it's not the OP then who wrote this, but I see someone who says OP replied, it's super awkward to have disappeared for so long in the middle of dinner. I guess as well, because it's more dinner, I can see it being a bit more awkward compared to like more of a party, but anyway. He might as well come back and announce that he'd been just enjoyed. I think that's again. I don't think that's a problem. Being taken long to poop that one.
Yeah.
But like a lot of people, it's like 20 minutes to leave for guests.
Yeah, but again, I argue that you have a wife who lives in the house as well. You're not the only one who is staying, who is in charge of that party, in that dining room, whatever. You have your wife there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think, again, if it was just his house, no one else lived there, he was the only one hosting, then yes, don't leave your guests for 20 minutes. Don't leave your guests for 15. Get back as soon as you can. That's what I think. But because his wife lives there and is also a host, it's not like he left them without a host. That's what I think. And I know it's during dinner, but, you know, when nature calls, so... That's honestly what I think. But yeah,
I can see what you're saying. I think I will just personally stick. I think I will still believe what you think, but yeah, I can understand. I can fully understand. In my mind, I'm like, it's slight. I mean, I'm not saying he's like an alcoholic, the fucking worst person ever for this.
You're the worst person ever for leaving your guests with your wife. How could you leave your guests with your wife? How bloody dare you? Carry on.
Maybe this is me being a bit too, I don't know, not posh or whatever, or not posh, but like thinking rules.
Middle class.
I feel like being a bit proper. But like I don't know, in my head I'm like, oh, if it is hosting a thing, and like again, it's more because it's a dinner compared to like
that's
party,
fair.
because it is everyone like. And I guess those things feel slightly more. I mean, maybe it isn't that formal. I don't know, but it sounds like it's like something very like formal and fancy. And again, some of those rules can be a bit arbitrary and shit, but like, and not in that important technically. But I can see it being a bit rude, that you have just got up and left for a long time. But again, it's I can understand. Yeah, it's if you have to go, like nature calls.
Nature calls.
I can understand the partner being like the wife being a bit like annoyed, being like you can't like. It could be
I can understand
whether like it's their guess or the husband's guess. Like it's more for him, and he's just buggered off and left her.
If he's the one that's organised it, yeah, that's a bit more difficult because, especially if the wife isn't that big into entertaining people. But
I'm aware I'm adding
if
ifs here. I'm adding a lot of if this is the case, this is the case.
But if it is a equal party or equal dinner party, where it's couple friends, so if you know what I mean, like everyone is friends with both people in the couple, or the majority are friends with both people in the couple, then it shouldn't be a problem, I think.
Yeah. I guess I can also see the argument of if they have to wait for the person before they get the next course or something like that, which I can see it being, having to see we have to now wait 20 minutes for this person to get back so we can eat the next bit of food. But, again, they could just go without and do it without him. But again, it's one of those things, I guess,
I think with that one, it also depends on which course they're on to.
Yeah. And again, these are saying arbitrary things of maybe it wasn't at the very end doesn't mean it wasn't they would eat it.
Or whether it's even just between the main course and dessert. Waiting 20 minutes for your dessert is not that bad of a thing, I think.
Oh, yeah. Waiting for everyone to eat or whatever, waiting for the main course to come out. Again, I guess you could just do it and get them out.
Yeah, but yeah. No. I think not the arsehole for the majority of it, but the arsehole for using the bathroom next to the dining table.
This one is been classed as the asshole. And a lot of it is for the timing, and a lot of it is just for using the non-private bathroom.
Yeah, non-private bathroom I get, but timing I don't. But I think that's just me.
I think the timing they gave in the rules, I think, are dumb. I don't think, Yeah. But I think, I don't know, in my mind I feel that is a while. But then again, I said the thing about the last one, with the spiders, but I guess in that case they did have diarrhea and stuff, which they didn't specify this. Constipation, and which they didn't specify this
Very
time.
different.
But, But yeah, again, that is,
Yeah, that's fair. Fair.
I will say after this one, I have one more story, I will say.
Okay. Yeah, I've got... So you started, so I've got one now. Then you read that last one, I can read the next one, then we can finish, if you want.
Yeah, sure.
I'll make sure that... Well, this next one's pretty short, so it should be fine. Ready? So this one's actually... This one is involving Thanksgiving. And it's Thanksgiving! Happy Thanksgiving to all of the Americans watching. So, am I the arsehole for telling my son that he's not coming on vacation because he didn't check his emails? So just with that, what do you think?
And it depends on the content of the email, but if it's they only mention the vacation over email, and if they have a history of it's one of the things that especially if they have a history of not checking emails or something.
Yeah,
I'd be worried if they didn't message them any other way or called but if they hadn't replied,
Yeah.
But I get if.
Okay,
it depends if the emails, if they're good at usually replying to emails, I can maybe see it not being a problem. There's more than them, but
yeah. All right. So, the story. I'm planning a family Thanksgiving vacation, and a really good deal came up to go to the Cook Islands. I emailed my son, 20 years old, on Friday and called Sunday. So, she emailed on Friday, called on Sunday. Oh, he. Yeah, mentions they. So they called on Friday, emailed on Friday, called on Sunday, to see if he wanted to go. He's in college, and I'm not wasting money on a ticket if he didn't want to go, which is fair. I needed to know by today because I have to get visas for my 16, 11, and 8-year-old sons. Well, he didn't let them know, so I bought the package. Just now, he texted me saying he wanted to go. I said too late, already bought the tickets. Next time, check your email or answer your fucking phone. He said, most people communicate on text. I said, well, most people don't get to go to the Cook Islands. That's such a mum thing, isn't it?
No, that's pretty funny. Get the props.
Well, that's a parent thing, isn't it? That's very a parent thing. Now his mum, my ex, is trying to tell me that he's Gen Z and text is their primary communication. Had I texted him, then he would have responded. I said I don't care. I'm well in my 40s and check all of my communication formats because I don't want to miss anything. That's it. What do you think?
I guess I don't. It's tough. I guess they are the asshole a bit. I feel like they can. I mean, the person could have answered the phone, but like again, it's like if they missed it, it's like if the only form of communication they've had is the email and one singular phone call they missed.
Yeah, I feel like they could have. So this isn't the order that I would have done this in. Do you know what I mean? Like phone call. Oh, they didn't answer. Text, then email. But we're both Gen Z, so that's.
I feel like you should know how your child responds to things.
Yeah.
Like.
Especially after 20 years.
Yeah. I just feel like you'd make a slight more of an effort. Like I wouldn't have emailed the first day. I would have phoned. I don't know. I could. So they basically they had the whole Saturday to guess. I guess I would have still also phoned again.
Yeah.
I think there's more they could have done. I don't know if I would say they're the asshole at all. I don't know.
Also,
it's like...
it doesn't mention whether they left a voicemail or not. Like if my parents called me but didn't leave a voicemail, I probably would call them back just because my mum always leaves a voicemail. Like, there is no... Like, if she doesn't leave a voicemail, there is something wrong. That's... At least that's the way that my mum communicates. She hates it when I text, by the way. She just hates it. Every time she's like, you could just pick up the phone. And I'm just like, no, that's terrifying. But, yeah, no, personally, I don't think they're the arsehole overall. I think some of the stuff they did was very arseholery. Arseholery-ish? Yeah, that's a new word. Like, maybe if they didn't pick up sending a text, because, like I said, for me at least, I usually, if I try to call my mum or my dad or someone and they don't pick up, I'll leave a voicemail and then text. And the text is usually just, nothing's wrong. Here's what I was going to ask, basically.
Yeah.
Here's a quick synopsis of what the conversation needed to be.
No, that's like almost like in my end what I would kind of do and stuff. And I can also get if they're just not someone that texts, but like I think I said before, how do they not know how their child normally communicates? If it is normally calling, but like,
I mean,
emailing this feels really weird. I just can't.
I mean, divorced parents. Maybe the kid spends most of their time with the mum, so maybe less communication, but you know, it would still, yeah. I honestly think.
I think he was a bit of a dick about it, but at the same time, I guess what else do they do with that? If he needs to get a dime at a certain time, I just feel like he could have made more effort. But like again, that's me saying that. Like I said, if he's, I think I just even with the calling, I would just reach out more. I don't know.
Like, because if this is like this big of a vacation,
why did not call on the first night?
Also, I feel like he should have looked at this a lot earlier. Because if he needs to have it booked by I don't know, it was either Sunday or Monday. If they needed to have
Sunday,
it booked...
I guess. Okay.
Yeah, if they need to have it booked by Sunday, then you keep trying to contact that person until they either answer, say, I'm out with friends, I can't talk right now, or, you know, you keep trying to contact them to make sure. Do you know what I mean? I mean, yeah, there's a limit to that, but, you know.
Yeah, and there's so much more they could have done.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are the comments saying?
So the majority of people say that the person is the arsehole. This one says, you're the arsehole on many fronts. You emailed him Friday. Hardly surprising he didn't check email over the weekend. Fair. Because people aren't always eternally on the computer like we are. You called but didn't leave a message. Well, they didn't say that they did or not. So he sees a missed message when he's out with friends or a date or watching a movie. Surely you don't expect him to call right back. 3, then you arrogantly complain that a missed call from you is more important than a message. What a load of horse shit, unless you never call him just to catch up. My kids would never call me back without a message. Again, that's me as well. I don't tend to call back if there's not a voicemail or something, because usually in my head I'm like, it might be a butt dial, you know? Then he calls you on Monday, likely after catching up with his weekend emails, but you just shut him down. You could have said, let me see if there are still affordable plane tickets, rather than punishing him for not following your rigid rules to the letter. That is fair, I feel. Like, they could have checked. 5, it's over a weekend, and he responded in a reasonable time frame. Give him a break. You gave him far, far too little warning to justify kicking him out of a once-in-a-lifetime family vacation. Yeah. So, like I said, did not give enough time for responses, I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bunch of these are so long. You're willing to check all of your methods of communication, but not willing to try all methods of communication with your son. So what you said. At the very least, you should have sent a text saying, call me back before blank. It's time sensitive. If you had done that, I'd say you were in the clear, but as it is, you're the arsehole. Yeah.
Could have given... any comments on them?
I don't know.
I don't know that. I usually try to search the username in the thread.
How'd you do that?
I've been doing it on mobile, so I don't know if it's like the search bar at the top has always been, for me, when I'm on a thing, is up. But I don't know if that's the same on browser.
I think that's going to make me go to... that's searching the whole Reddit. Nope.
Fair enough. You click on their profile if you got a recent one. You click on their profile and see if they've got any comments.
Comments.
Unless they post.
It's a month ago.
Fair. It might do. It might be a throwaway.
Maybe also for telling my son he's not coming on vacation. It was more important to him. Replied to what is the oh my god, what's this? Stop. Okay. Nope, I told all my kids that a missed call from me is more important than a voicemail. That's stupid. If you're in for a rude awakening over the next few years, you're not nearly as important in their lives as you think you are. Yeah, that's fair.
God, that's funny.
God damn it. Okay. But yeah, no, so yeah, I feel like they are someone who thinks they're more important than they actually are. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, I'm ready for me. I can do my last one.
Yeah, I mean, if you're getting tired, we can end after your last one if you want.
If you don't mind.
Yeah, that's fine, and I can look at...
I can look at more non-poop ones for next time.
Yes, next time at some point we'll do this again, because this is fun. And maybe next time we'll have more people, so that we can actually have more of a back and forth, which will be great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for pooping really loudly and ruining my sister-in-law's baby shower?
Toes.
What's wrong?
I mean, what do I expect from someone whose name online is Toes?
What if I just stay on brand every time? I just find more poop ones. I mean, these are the top, more recent poop ones, to be fair.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know. Maybe they're not. Maybe these are the top. This is super embarrassing to throw away. Sister-in-law recently got pregnant and she asked my mum if she could host a baby shower at the house. Since we have a pretty back garden and deck, Mum gave the go-ahead. Now, sister-in-law and I aren't best friends, but I'm nice to her when we do interact, for my brother's sake more than anything. But sister-in-law never liked me. No idea why. I'd never said more than the usual polite conversation with her when my brother was around. I'd never interacted with her without him there. So when I wasn't invited to the baby shower, I wasn't shocked or hurt. But the day of I went to the kitchen and sister-in-law was in there grabbing some finger foods. She didn't look happy to see me, but before she could leave and head back out, one of her friends came in and said hi. I said hi back and asked who I was. Oh, I said hi back and the friend asked who I was. I introduced myself as her sister-in-law. Friend was all smiles and asked if I was going to join them. Sister-in-law was glaring at me, so I said probably not. I used my lactose intolerance as an excuse, saying I don't think I'll be able to eat any of the food, and I don't want to make anyone feel awkward by not eating when they were. That line usually works. But the friends said that they had a few dairy-free dishes because one of their friends was also lactose intolerant. Then I tried to use the I have a paper excuse, and sister-in-law latched onto that and said it would, if I was busy with my school, then they shouldn't distract me. The friend said that was true, but she started making me a plate of all the dairy-free options anyway. Saying they had tons, and the more that gets eaten, the less they have to pack up. I just wanted to leave and not be glared at by sister-in-law anymore, so I just thanked her and said it was nice to meet her before taking the plate and going to my room. I ate the food, and it was good. It was some kind of dumpling, grilled veggies and meat, and soy mac and cheese. But there was something kind of non-dairy in either the dumplings or pasta because my stomach started hurting really bad. Almost the second I finished eating. I ran to the bathroom. My mum was in the one by my room, so I had to use the one by the kitchen.
Okay.
I barely got in. I got my pants down before it was a volcano of painful diarrhea. It was so loud. I felt like my body was going to shit out all my organs. So true, I've been there. After I was done, my sister-in-law screamed at me for ruining her baby shower. Apparently it started raining, so they all came inside to finish up and could hear me blowing up the bathroom and left. I apologized, but she was sobbing and my brother texted me and said I was an asshole for eating food I knew would cause that reaction and then embarrass his wife. I feel really bad for embarrassing her. Should I apologize again? Am I the asshole for not double checking the food was dairy free?
Not the arsehole.
Yeah, I was gonna say not.
No! Like, the person said, hey, these are all dairy free. You'll be fine.
And even then, she tried all the excuses to, like, get out of there and not have anything. She was very much, trying to help the sister-in-law leave and depart. And, like, the fact it was at her own house as well and she wasn't invited is awful.
Oh, that's the worst bit, isn't it? Just hearing a party going on downstairs and you can't go to it because you weren't invited. But
maybe it doesn't sound like they cared that much about that aspect of it, I guess. But even the fact that they can't even just not allowed to leave their room, but it sounds a bit according to their sister-in-law. It's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. Like, it's their house. They should be able to go downstairs, go to the kitchen, do whatever. It's their house. Was the sister-in-law living with them, or was the mum hosting or something?
I think so. It sounds like it. The mum, like lives with parents, I think.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, no, I really not the arsehole. Tried to get out of eating any of the food. Was told that it was all dairy free. And then her bathroom was being used as well. Like, if her bathroom was free, then I could see that. But she wasn't doing it maliciously.
Came down for that shit anyway. But yeah, I really agree.
Barely made it. Very much not the arsehole.
Also, that is an edit.
Oh, okay.
Good stuff. So this actually happened a week ago, and today I got a Facebook friend request from the friend of the sister-in-law who gave me the food. I planned to ignore it because, good God, what will I say to someone who heard me pooping out my intestines? But I was curious and read her message. She apologized for triggering my lactose intolerance and said it was the soy mac and cheese that did it. It upset the other lactose intolerant friend too, and she said, but not as bad. And it was a complete accident. She used soy cheese to make it, but after getting home, she looked up soy cheese and apparently there's still dairy in it, unless it's specifically labeled vegan soy cheese.
Right.
Which is, yeah, just sorry again, told me she wanted to apologise at the baby shower, and here's the interesting part. The sister-in-law apparently kicked everyone out while I was in the bathroom. According to the friend, Anna, quotation marks, I don't know if that's a fake name, but it's in the post.
It probably is. If it's quotation marks, it's usually a fake name.
Yeah. The guests only left because the sister-in-law basically booted them all out in a fit of rage. I told my mum that how Hannah said, and mum wasn't happy with sister-in-law lying and screaming at me. Mum hadn't known sister-in-law was screaming at her because she had her headphones on. She only heard sister-in-law's side of things before today. I don't know what was going to happen with sister-in-law and everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the guests didn't even care. Like, the guests were understanding of it. Like, even if the guests they would be the assholes. Because it's one of those things where it's like an illness, it's a disorder. You can't help being lactose intolerant and having eaten something. Especially if even the person who made it thought it was lactose free. Like, that's clearly not their fault, clearly not the arsehole. That's what I think. And I think that's what you think as well, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I know I don't either. I'm actually arguing, but it's just astounding. It's some of these things.
Oh yeah, some people are just
astounding because like.
I don't understand how some people can be this dickish. You know? Like, seriously going against someone who medically cannot stop it.
I just don't.
That's like yelling at someone with Tourette's to be quiet. You know?
I mean, it sounds like the sister-in-law would do such a thing as well.
Oh yeah, most likely. But, yeah.
I just... Well, there's my poop stories. I hope you've enjoyed them. A lot of them I'm aware of less like...
I hope you enjoyed...
It's clear bad person, clear good person.
I hope you enjoyed the stream, which I should have called Toes' Poop Stories.
Yes. Hey, we'll gather more. I think I'm determined to find one each time now.
At least one. At least one. I don't really have anyone that I can raid. Yeah, no, I have no one to raid. But that's fine. We can just end the stream then. But yeah, I hope that everyone who stopped by enjoyed. And I hope that you guys will come back and see us again. I don't know when we'll be doing another Am I the Arsehole? I might try doing this once a month, maybe?
That'd be more... Yeah, I would say my schedule is bad. So you don't... Not like you have to have me every time. But for me to be about my schedule is awful right now.
It'd be great to have you on every time, because every time you can do at least one poop-related story, which would be great. But yeah, maybe next time we'll have a couple of other people. A couple of more stories.
If there's a bunch of guests next time, I want to whip out the poop glove story again, because I think that's a good one.
Yes. We have to do that if we've got lots of people. And, but yeah, and we can drag in some more people, see what they think as well, and we can mix and match. And there's a few other things that I want to try doing. One is bringing on a guest and playing a game that they used to play as a kid, which would be great. Which is probably going to take a bit more organising than this.
Toontown better be alive still. When I played Toontown, is that still...
I've never played Toontown. That'll be an interesting one.
Because
that's also the thing. I want to play games that I've never played before, but my guests played as a kid, because I think that would be fun.
I would love to do... One thing I will say, there is Toontown Rewritten, which is like a fan-made revival, but it'll be the same thing. But yeah, you'll have to show you that.
Cool. We can try that then. And then another one... I can't... there's more that I want to try and do, and I will sort this out and try and get things sorted. Toes has disappeared again because I opened the wrong thing. But yeah, there's a few other things I want to try out, and we will definitely try those out, and it'll be great to see everyone back again. So, yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed, and we will see you again. I don't know if I'm streaming tomorrow or Saturday. We'll see what happens. So I will see you guys then. Have a good one, everyone. Bye. And happy Thanksgiving to the Americans. Bye.